So excited to feature Tracy LaGuardia and Heidi Snyder, our concertmaster and principal violist, who have never soloed together with orchestra, and it's been too long. So we're debuting them as soloists with the orchestra on Mozart's probably greatest solo piece. This was written after his 5 great violin concertos. It's a very specific violin concerto. It's a Sinfonia concertante. That means that Mozart is assimilating the elements of a symphony and a concerto and putting them into 2. So you have a solo viola and solo violin sort of playing with and playing off and sometimes playing against the rest of the orchestra. Some people think that Mozart wrote this to be played as a duet with his father, Leopold Mozart, who was playing violin at the time. And just kind of knowing about some of their historical headbuttings, it's kind of cool that, thinking of that concept of some kind of reconciliation between father and son. Overall, the concert is very travel-oriented. Mozart and Mendelssohn would have never been who they are, nor achieved what they had, or been able to write in the style that sparked so many imaginations and so much creativity, had they not traveled to the degree that they did. Mozart was paraded around Europe from about the age of 5 by his father, Leopold Mozart, who had huge aspirations for both Mozart and his sister, Nannerl, to become great pianists and great composers and meet royalty and emperors and kings and queens all over the continent. The Italian Symphony is written as a result of Mendelssohn's travels through Italy. In the Italian Symphony, in its excitement, it has the kind of religious ceremonialism that Mendelssohn might have observed when he was in Rome, but really the only part that is Italianate, decidedly, is the saltarella, which is actually kind of like a tarantella, the last movement. It's a very brisk and swift dance that Mendelssohn supposedly commented that he had seen a woman dancing and he wished he could portray it in a watercolor, and he wasn't a good enough artist, so he decided to write it into a symphony. But this symphony is such an incredibly exciting experience, and actually Mendelssohn, sort of the perfectionist that he was never satisfied with the symphony. He went back and he revised all the movements. Even by his death, it wasn't published because he still wasn't happy with where it was at. Unfortunately, none of the public or performers or music publishers ever got hand of his changes until it was too late, until the original version had made its way into the public and became a showstopper and basically a favorite of all classical music lovers. So we essentially perform the version that Mendelssohn didn't want us to perform, which is an incredible piece anyway.